wrong is one of the hardest things that as humans we have to do sometimes, especially as you're beginning like your internal work, the way that you perceive things, the way that you communicate, the way that you internalize things. But I want to share a story that is just a proof, like a testament of how those little actions that you can take when you admit that you're wrong can really alter the way that things are going to play out. So I'm going to get something to eat, and as I'm going to get something to eat, I am parking, and one of those like Uber drivers that are in the little bikes, because I was in Mexico, basically I see him, like he does like a U-turn, and I think he stopped. So I start backing up, and at the same time he starts going, and basically I had to like hit the brakes. He, also did the little maneuver of like getting away from me. And by the moment that we were done, like I was upset because I was like, oh my God, like I could have hit you. Obviously in his mind, he's like, this lady could have hit me. And as I get down, ironically, this is how God, he wants to always teach us something if we're willing to listen. He basically gets down from the little bike. I'm like not making eye contact with him because I didn't want to like look at him ugly, and I didn't want him to look at me ugly, if I'm being honest with you. So then as like I'm gonna get into the place that I'm gonna go pick up my food from, ironically he's going to the same place. So then at this point I'm just like, oh great. So I go inside, I see that he's coming in, I pay for my order, then I overhear, like after they take care of me, the girl asked the guy like, hey, like who are you here to pick up an order for? So he tells her, and at this point, like in my soul I can hear like a little part of me that's telling me like, tell him that you're sorry, like it was an honest mistake on both of our ends. But it's just one of those moments where like it's hot outside, you're frustrated, and like you don't necessarily feel like taking the high road. And I'm like battling internally. It's so crazy as this is happening. Like I'm battling internally with like wanting to go and like tell him like, hey, I'm sorry. But then like I'm afraid, because sometimes in our society, when you take responsibility for something, people sometimes want to take advantage, right? And they want to like say something that is, whether it's like, oh, well, yeah, like that was wrong. And maybe I go to the extremes, right? Like trying to sue you, trying to like, whatever it is, just because now you're admitting that you're wrong, even if it wasn't like something you were wrong about, but it was something that could have been handled better.